When did you realize there was something up with your best friend? A few weeks ago, my best friend Courtney called me sobbing. I lost my baby Kate exactly 10 weeks again. My stomach dropped. Courtney had miscarried 4 times now, all at precisely 10 weeks. I'm a nurse practitioner. That timing pattern doesn't occur naturally. I drove straight to her house where her husband Joe answered, looking exhausted. She's resting. This one hit her hard. I need to see her. Maybe tomorrow. Joe, I'm her best friend and I'm a nurse. Let me help. He reluctantly let me in. Courtney was in bed, pale and groggy. When I hugged her, I noticed bruising on her inner arm, fresh needle marks, multiple injection sites. Courtney, these marks, she looked confused. I don't remember getting any shots. I woke up with them after I blacked out last night. You blacked out? Joe interrupted us from the doorway. She faints sometimes. Stress from the pregnancy. 3 days later, Courtney was feeling better and we met for coffee. I've been thinking, she said. I never actually saw my regular OBGYN during any of my pregnancies. Joe always said he found better specialists. That seemed wrong. Dr. Holly, you've seen her for years. Joe said she was too busy. He'd take me to appointments, but I'd always feel so drowsy in the waiting room. He'd go in to talk to the doctor while I rested in the car. I called Dr. Holly's office that afternoon, pretending to be Courtney checking on my records. I need to verify my appointment history for insurance. Miss Roberts, our records show you called to transfer your care elsewhere last year and the year before, always after positive pregnancy tests. That evening, Courtney texted me again. Found something weird. Joe keeps a detailed calendar in his phone. It has all my periods marked, and there are red X's exactly 14 days after each period starts, going back 3 years. 14 days after period starts is ovulation, peak fertility. Courtney, does anything happen on the red X days? She thought about it. Around then is when Joe makes me tea, I guess. He says it's good for sleep and fertility. I always take it because I'm usually tired and we want to start a family. I was so suspicious that I came over the next day while Joe was at work. That's when Courtney showed me something else. I found this tiny safe in his closet, like the kind doctors use for medications, but it's locked. We tried every code we could think of, but nothing worked. Courtney, think, those nights he gives you the tea, what happens after? She went pale. I always wake up feeling sore down there. Joe says we tried for a baby, but I never remember it. My stomach turned. He was drugging her and assaulting her on her fertile days to get her pregnant. Oh my god, could the miscarriages be him? She shot out. I thought back to my medical training. Courtney, does anything weird happen before each miscarriage? Any sort of pattern? She thought about it for a while. Now that I think about it, I get really sick days before each one. Way more sick than usual. Her eyes went wide. Joe makes me soup. Some special recipe he says helps with morning sickness. Every single time? Every time, she yelled. He's insistent I eat it all. We went back to the safe. Courtney remembered something. His ex-girlfriend's name was Marie. Her birthday was October 15th. The safe clicked open. Inside were vials of medications. 2 types. One labeled with a fertility drug code. The other, mifepristone, I whispered. Abortion medication. But there was more. A journal documenting everything. Dates, doses, termination schedules. 4 completed cycles. A 5th planned. The last entry was yesterday. S successfully terminated pregnancy number 4. Increase fertility dose next cycle. Begin cycle number 5 in 30 days. Courtney was shaking. Why would he do this to me? I found another document, life insurance policies. Each pregnancy, he'd taken out policies on the unborn child. Each miscarriage paid out $50,000. He'd made $200,000 from forcing her through this torture. We photographed everything. Then Courtney put it back exactly as we'd found it. We went to the police station with the photos. The officer looked bored. Your husband gives you fertility vitamins? That's not illegal. He's drugging me and forcing abortions. These could be your medications. Without proof, he's administering them against your will. This is marital dispute. We left devastated. The system wouldn't help. That night, Courtney went home and acted normal. She told Joe she wanted to try for another baby immediately. He was thrilled, said he'd make her special tea tomorrow. I went to a friend who works in toxicology. We tested the tea Courtney had, secretly saved from previous nights. Positive for Rohypnol, date rape drug. The next evening, Courtney wore a wire I'd borrowed from my cop brother. When Joe brought the tea, she pretended to sip it. 20 minutes later, she acted drowsy. Joe carried her to bed. I was listening from my car, ready to call 911. The wire picked up everything. The safe opening, liquid being drawn into a syringe, his footsteps returning. Then the sound of him moving the bed sheets, checking her pulse, lifting her eyelid and letting it drop. Joe? Courtney's voice fully alert. What's in the syringe? Silence. Then scrambling sounds. Full story on channel linked below.